So today I just want to do a little bit of a review of some different kinds of zines that you can create. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know that I typically do an 8-page zine that you fold and cut in the center and then fold into a little booklet. But there are so many different kinds of zines that you can create. And this, of course, isn't even all of them. This is just some I have around my studio. And as I was cleaning up around here, I thought this would be a fun time to kind of show you some different ideas. So this one here is that classic fold that I just talked about. So this is on a piece of paper where I cut a slit down the middle and then I folded it so there ends up being 8 pages. And this one I wanted to create more of a journal. So I left a lot of white space in here. So when I made copies and sent them, this was part of my zine subscription at the time, I wanted to have space to write some thoughts. And so that's why I left some white space. But this is kind of the classic zine that I love to create. You can see how vibrant it is when you open it up. And yeah, just fun and easy. And I have so many different videos on how to create this style. So I am going to do my best to link all of these different ways of folding and cutting in my notes below. So check those out. All right, so this is a teeny tiny zine. This is a 16-page zine. You can see how little it is, and it doesn't really like to lay flat. But here you end up with 16 pages. And of course you could do this on bigger paper to make your final zine bigger. But it's just kind of fun to do it that way. I put a little clip on it to keep it together. This is one I've talked about a couple times. This was my travel zine that I made after our trip to Asia this spring. And this one opens up more like an accordion style. And then I folded it so when it comes together, you have all these different kind of edges that show off, which I like. And then same on the back. That one's kind of fun. When I sent them out to my subscribers, I put a cute little bow around them too. And this here, I don't know if you can tell the difference, but this is the copied version. So this is a little thinner, but still quite vibrant. And then this is the original version, so it's on a little bit of thicker paper. Okay, so that's those. This is not one of my zines, but I grabbed it when I was traveling and I thought it was cool, and it is giving me some inspiration for a new kind of zine that I want to create. It looks like a triangle, but then when you open it up, it's a square. So I guess I got this in Japan. But yeah, so let's see how this is done. So just fold it in half in a triangle, fold it in half again and again. I mean, you can't get much easier than that, but I just thought that would be a cool fold for a zine. So I will be making one of those in the future. This zine I love. This is more like a booklet. This is a stapled booklet. So there's 2 staples in the middle. And I actually designed this using Canva, and it acts more like a book, as you can see. A lot of nice big pages in there that I was able to create. And then I took this to a local professional printer, and they helped me print front and back of each page, and then they did the stapling for me as well. So I love how that one turned out. And then this one is kind of a fun, different one, also part of my subscription. Here I did a spiral bound, and then I made my own cover here. So this is just a piece of cardstock that I made designs on, and then I folded it in half and then stuck each page into the spiral. And I did the same with each of these pages inside. This is just regular paper here. But I wrote out my text in Canva and then printed out each sheet of paper, folded it in half. And then when I went to bind it, I just included it in a spiral, which I think is just really fun and different. So yeah, the sky's really the limit with these guys. And then this one, I just wanted to show you. This is back to my original fold, but this is on a really big piece of paper. And you get the same effects, different pages. And this one I did not quite finish because I wanted to show you. So I have done this like probably about a year ago, but I never finished adding the text. Like, so here's some of the original text here as well. But I also, on the side, I keep a side journal that is unbound and this size paper. And what I found was really interesting was I could just take one of these and just set it inside here, and it just looks like it belongs in there. I just thought that was really interesting how the two different styles kind of came together here. I shouldn't say two different styles. I guess it's all the same style, but different pieces. So here's another example. So these are my pages, and I can just set it in there and put some tape or some washi tape around here, and it looks like it belongs as part of this page. So don't discount previous projects that you've already worked on, different journal pages that maybe are unbound. You can incorporate them into your new project, your new art journal or zine or whatever. So that's what I'm probably going to do here to finish this off. But I just wanted to show you this example because you don't always have to do the typical 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You can use more of a poster size like this, do the same folds and the same cut, and then you end up with a nice big zine, which is super cool. So that's just a couple examples of different zines that I have here in the studio. I am excited as always to try some different folds. So if anyone has any other ideas or any questions about how these are made, let me know. And then, like I said, I will do my best to link below all of the ways that I've done this if I've recorded that. But you can always reach out and I'm happy to kind of walk you through it as well. There you have it. I hope you all are doing well. Keep creating and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.